Midway through the banquet, the clasp on Carrie Ellison's bra suddenly snapped open. I was just about to take her to the dressing room when she turned around, letting her childhood sweetheart, Gabe Allen, slip his hand inside her dress and fasten it for her. I frowned. Carrie rolled her eyes, completely unconcerned. Why are you getting jealous over nothing? Back then, Gabe even used his teeth to undo my bra clasp. What's the big deal about him fastening it now? That very day, news of the perfect childhood sweethearts shot to the top of the trending charts. After the banquet, Carrie didn't receive my apology. Instead, she received my resignation letter. In front of everyone, she splashed champagne in my face. It's just fastening a clasp. Do you really have to nitpick and make me look bad? I said nothing. I simply placed the divorce agreement I had just drafted in front of her. Carrie Ellison stared at me in disbelief. Cole, there were so many people there. Gabe was only helping me out of kindness. You won't even try to understand me, and now you want a divorce over something this trivial? Does fastening a clasp require him to put his hand inside your clothes? I let out a mocking laugh. I'm your husband, and I was right there beside you, yet you ignored me and threw yourself into his arms. She clicked her tongue impatiently. So you're jealous. How many times have I told you? If there were really anything between Gabe and me, you would never have become my husband. I fixed my gaze on her. Maybe what you two have crossed is debatable, but the hurt I've endured all this time is real. Carrie froze. Carrie, when you insisted on making your childhood sweetheart, who can't even put together a decent PPT, the vice president, and handed over all the clients I fought to secure. When my mother was in surgery, and you ignored my pleas just to take him on a vacation overseas, do you know what the entire company was saying? Do you know who everyone thought your real husband was? I loosened my tie, a cold smile tugging at my lips. I endured all of it because I loved you, but I don't want to endure it anymore. Let's get a divorce. She bit her lip, then turned to Gabe. Gabe, step outside for a moment. Carrie, he hesitated, but she snapped again. Out. Once he left, Carrie softened and leaned into me, her voice turning gentle. Honey, if you can't stand him, I'll transfer him to a branch office tomorrow. He'll never set foot in headquarters again. And that Porsche you liked, I'll order it tomorrow. Next month at the board meeting, I'll make you vice president. Don't be angry, okay? I stepped back, avoiding her outstretched hand. Carrie, I mean it. I want a divorce. Honey, I want a divorce. I let out a cold laugh. In 5 years of marriage, how many times have I brought this up? Have you ever once made a firm decision to fix it? But there's really nothing between Gabe and me. You're the one making a fuss over nothing. Hearing her absurd words, I felt for the first time that she was a complete stranger. I flung the divorce papers at her face. Sign it. From now on, even if you two sleep together right in front of me, I won't say a word. Carrie clutched her cheek, eyes wide, as if she couldn't believe I'd dared to lay a hand on her. In a frenzy, she tore the papers to pieces, then yanked Gabe over from the doorway. Right in front of me, she pressed a lipstick mark onto the collar of his shirt. Kiss me. Gabe immediately pulled her into a heated French kiss, then shot me a smug look. When Carrie saw no reaction from me, her anger flared into humiliation. Fine. If you insist on dragging this out over something so insignificant, then I'll give you exactly what you want. With that, she left arm in arm with Gabe. I stood there, unmoving, my nails digging deep into my palms. I used to believe that after all the hardships Carrie and I had endured together over the years, our love was strong enough to weather any storm. So time and again, I gave her chances, hoping everything would return to the way it once was. But this time, I finally woke up. I don't want this marriage anymore. When I returned to the company to retrieve some documents, a few colleagues were huddled around a phone, whispering among themselves. I stepped closer and saw it was a post from Gabe's Instagram. Caption: Fighting side